So we have the Two of Cups coming up. There's some connection here. This week, it's about looking at a connection. Now, it might just be someone that you've met and you feel some kind of, oh, wow, that, you know, there's a connection. You don't know where it's going to go yet. Hold on, sorry, it's a platonic energy, which people don't like me to say about the Two of Cups, but it is, guys. You know, think about it. It starts off with the ace. You have your cup. Your cup is overflowing. It's great. Then you meet someone else. They have the same cup as you. Da, da, da. Right? You know, it's that. You kind of connect and you're like, wow, it feels like I've known this person forever. Yes, it can be romantic. You know, yes, it can be some wonderful friend that, you know, you meet them and it's almost like, oh my God, wow, I know this person. You know, we're connected. It may be a work colleague or a business partner, you know, someone who they just have the same goals as you, and you guys, it's almost like you get the project done or finished without even speaking. You're just both on the same page. So it's that energy, but it's a profound connection. I'm not trying to play down the connection. A lot of people say, oh, I water down the energy of the Two of Cups. No, I don't. It's a 2. It's step 2 of the cycle. You have to get to a 10 yet. This is the connection. This is where you're figuring out what to do about it. Now, for some of you, there's no one. Absolutely no one in your life. And you're thinking, okay, I don't have this connection. But that's what you want, right? That's where your mind is. That's what you're focused on. You're thinking, why can I not find someone? Why can I not have that kind of connection with someone? Someone who just gets me, someone who just sees me. I'm trying to see what, I'm sorry, I was trying to peep ahead and see like what was coming up there for you guys. But yeah, so, okay, we know that this week there's underlying energy of a connection or about connections, right? Whatever that may be in your book, whoever you're, because this is a relationship of support. You feel supported by this person. You feel loved by this person. And, you know, love and all of that relationships, they've come to mean romantic partners and romantic relationship or romance. That's not what I mean when I talk about, especially when I talk about the Two of Cups. This is all relationships. I would say to those people that say I watered down the meaning of the Two of Cups, you have watered down the meaning of love by making it into romance, when love is so much more than that. If you've watched my videos a few weeks ago, then you know that it's something I've talked a lot about, you know, that we are love. Love is massive and it's huge and it's everything. Love is everything. But it's not romance. There is a place for romance too, right? So let's see. We have the Queen of Wands coming up. She's passionate, creative, confident, knows what she wants, knows how to go for it. So, you know, if there's this kind of connection coming in, she's very entrepreneurial. So this works for everything. You know, I'm not going to keep breaking it down for like, oh yeah, this is work or this is love. It works for everything. Think about it. She's entrepreneurial. I can't even speak. She's that businesswoman. She comes up with the ideas. She knows how to get things done. But she's also very attractive. She's a very sexy woman. And she knows what she wants and she knows how to go get it. So if there's a connection here, it feels like Aries, it's probably you. This is your card. Thinking, I'm going to make moves. I'm going to go for this. But yeah, it's general, so the energies can apply both ways. Somebody makes moves. Let's put it that way. Somebody's ready to make moves. But the thing is, it's a queen. If it was the King of Wands, I would have said more decisively that, yeah, someone's really going for it. Someone's really doing this. The thing with her is she can be a little bit wily sometimes, you know. She might be the one. I don't think she's as straightforward as people make her out to be, because she knows what she has. That's the thing. She knows who she is. She knows how she looks. She's very attractive. She's able to attract to herself the things that she wants. She's great like that. But look at what we have coming up as the past or the foundation energy, right? And that could be last week, last month, last year. It's strength. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo, but you know, it's the strength card. And the strength card talks about inner strength, courage, quiet resilience. I think a lot of you in your relationships, it's taken that kind of restraint. Because strength is, it would be for signs that are very kind of loud and, you know, I was going to say obnoxious, but there aren't any signs. All signs can be obnoxious, right? What I mean by that is, you know, aggressive. That's what I'm trying to say. Aggressive. Who aggressive? Strength says no aggression. No aggression. No really going after something. So maybe that's why the Queen of Wands is kind of tempered in that she's not fully... She's trying to go for what she wants, but she's trying to do it in a clever way, I think. That's what I'm getting from this. Maybe she needs a business partner. Maybe she needs a friend at this time. Maybe she's got her eyes on someone that she wants to have a little roll around the hay with. Do you know what I mean? But there's been some kind of restraint and courage to kind of go for it. But it's still restrained. I think it's still restrained. And it's almost as if now going forward, you've got 2 threes coming up here. So we have the 3 of Wands coming up. And this is waiting for, what did I get from this? Like, what? I've put some action into this, you know, I've put something out there. What do I get back? Now, some of you, this could be long distance, maybe because this person's looking out across the sea, but there's a connection here and you're waiting to see what comes back, or they are, you know, either way. God, I hope someone's not playing hard to get. I mean, the Queen of Wands doesn't usually do that, but I don't understand why there's this kind of restraint. Maybe that's had to come about because of previous relationships, right? I don't want to make those same mistakes again. I don't want to go in. I'm trying to strengthen myself, get stronger to do this. But with the 3 of Wands, and it's coming up underneath the 2 of Cups. So someone's waiting to see where this connection goes. Now, think about it. Because we have 2 threes, and I don't usually do the whole third party thing, but it could be that, you know, I'm not seeing someone cheating on someone. Let me just say that straight off. But they might be busy with something else, or they might be doing something else, or, you know, say you and your friend are both going after the same person. But there's only one of you that has a pure connection here. So you're waiting to see what I've taken some action, restrained action maybe, but I've taken some action. Now I'm waiting to see what comes back to me. What results do I get from that? And you know what? It's the 3 of Wands. So you know what to expect. You know what to expect because you know how much effort you've put into this. You will get as much back as the effort that you've put. But why I always say with the 3 of Wands, there's no wait and see energy, especially not in the present. I never advise anyone to just stand still and wait. That's not how it works. Even when we're told to be patient, we're doing other things. That's why we have to be patient for what we want, because there's something else that needs to be dealt with. But in the 3 of Wands, it's, have you got your plan ready? Are you ready to act? When you get the news that you're waiting for, the kind of green light or whatever it is, are you ready to act? Do you have a plan going forward? Hell yeah. You got the Hierophant. The Hierophant's commitment is one of the marriage cards. I'm wondering who this applies to, because this is some kind of, this is almost like a whole relationship I'm seeing here, you know, from the eyes met across the bloody coffee table or something in Starbucks to, I don't know what to do, and you should make a movie out of this. It kind of feels like a movie. Of course, Aries would get movie type reading. I love it. But the Hierophant is commitment. It's commitment. Now, I mean, like I said, the 2 of Cups does not have to be love. And I've kind of given that as an example because I know a lot of people that come to my readings, they are looking at love and relationships, whether that's friends. I do a lot of different readings for different people and they ask about all sorts of relationships, right? But it could be friends, you know, that, you know, you're trying to figure things out with friends. I'm going to say this, that you're being advised with the 3 of Cups coming up here. I'll get back to the Hierophant in just a moment because that's the future. You know, the advice of how we get to the future is, one, how much effort you're going to get back out of this, how much effort you've put into it, and be ready to take action when the opportunity arises. That's 3 of Wands to do with this connection, right? But there's actually no talking here. Do you see what I mean? Where are the swords? Where's the communication? I'm not really getting that there's a lot of communication happening. That's the kind of weird thing. Is that passion or maybe innuendos? And the only kind of action or courage is in the past. And there's someone waiting here. So it's almost as if there's a connection, but I'm not really seeing the action in it. And maybe you haven't fully committed yet because you're waiting to see what the answer is. I mean, I know that I said that's a marriage card and because it can be weddings and traditions, that kind of thing. But it might be that you don't know where you stand. That, yeah, you know you have a great connection with someone, but you're not sure if you're in or out yet. What's the advice? The advice is the 3 of Cups. Get to know them as friends first. Sorry, I know people don't want to know that. 3 of Cups can be a reunion card. I'll say that, especially if someone's, you know, because this sometimes can come up, this kind of energy with it was a non-starter. You guys met each other. Maybe someone had to move away. Someone went overseas and now they're returning and there's a reunion now. And now you can explore the commitment together. That there's been this kind of long distance and you haven't really, because this is Taurus, the card for Taurus, right? So this is solid. This is real. This is real world. I like it though. 3 of Cups, it's also networks of support, friends, family, you know, maybe you get your friends to help you with this. There's that kind of energy that's coming in here. This one I'm interested in, Aries. You guys are going to have to let me know how this plays out, because this is, it's just a week, right? So I don't know, maybe one part of this plays out. It's almost like they've told me the whole story of a relationship here. And there's no, well, I hope it doesn't go from this, you know, A to Z in a week. That would be kind of strange, but it might do. It might do. But the Hierophant, I feel here, it's not going to indicate marriage for someone that's not met anyone, right? It's not going to indicate that. And again, if you've got no one, if there's no one in your life, not a friend, and I've said this in the Libra reading, and I said it in Aquarius's reading before that, last time around, that I've manifested a friendship before with, the Two of Cups kind of energy. No, nothing romantic. I wanted a friend. I needed a really good friend at that time. I just felt really lonely and I wanted to connect to someone, and I did. And it was the final eclipses of, the final eclipses of the Leo North Node last time around. And I am that old, yes. So, that's what I mean. So it can be that, you want some kind of connection. And in that case, think about it with the Three of Wands under that. How much effort are you putting into this? Especially because I'm getting kind of restrained quality around strength. And that's because there may have been obstacles to you getting what you wanted to. But strength says you overcome the obstacles. But it's not like you can just kind of knock them over, kind of like, hurtle towards them and just knock them over. You had to go over each and every one of them. You did it. You're here now waiting to see what you came out of all the effort that you put in. But I still don't think it was your usual way of doing things. It wasn't your usual way. Because there was some kind of obstacles here. But I'm getting very kind of green light energy, at least to get to know each other. So that you've got two platonic energies here. So it doesn't have to be romantic. Anyway, if it was the lovers, I would have really pushed the whole romantic thing. But it's kind of coming up more as this feels like a non-starter. Like, not that it's going to be a non-starter, but it's something that never fully got off the ground. Now you're getting to explore it more. Be flexible, Aries, flexible. This is still like being grounded. It talks about like an oak tree. It can be deeply rooted. The roots are so deeply grounded that even if there's a rough storm, it's not going to kind of get ripped out of the earth. It just sways in the storm. And it's asking you to be that way. That, know what's important to you, know what your deal breakers are, and then stick to those. But the things that you can be flexible on, be flexible on those. Round and round. I'm getting that for some of you. Yeah, that this is something that kind of didn't get started before, and you're kind of getting a chance to do it. I mean, we didn't get Six of Cups. We didn't get Judgment. We didn't get any of these repeat energies. But I don't think it actually ever happened before, like fully. That's what I'm getting. This is just the connection, that you understood there was a connection. Round and round talks about when you feel like you're just going round and round in the same circles, but you're not. It says you're not. Because you can be going ascending. You can be going up. So you're actually making progress, but it just feels like you're going over the same ground again. So there will be progress this time around if you play your cards right. No pun intended. Let's see. And it says, Dearest you, do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspiration might be coming through your soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you we are always whispering in your ear about your highest good. We are conduits for spirit, letting you know you are a living channel for this awesome co-creative energy. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going. And that's probably why the Queen of Wands is sat in the middle of it. To keep it going so you can make a difference in the world. So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into new experiences and know that this is why you are on the earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspiration propel you forward. You are so, so loved. Now, if you're trying to do something and it's totally unrelated to romance or any kind of relationships or whatever, right? Then this is telling you that, if you need a business partner to back your creative idea, you need a friend, the support is there and you actually get more support. And it tells you to look in your inner circle. These are your friends, your family members. Ask around. Because the Hierophant it's what we conform to. It can be joining a corporation. It can be joining some bigger network. Do you know what I mean? If this is a spiritual reading for you, they support this. Someone might talk about it because the Hierophant can be religion, organized religion. So always apply the energies, how they fit in your life, but the energy should be recognizable to you. Don't make the reading fit if it doesn't fit, right? But I really like this. I really like this reading But it kind of makes me laugh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at you, Aries, but at the kind of restrained nature. Anyone else, strength, great, you tell them that. But for you guys, this felt almost restrained with the strength card coming up here. And that's what's kind of thrown you. I think that this whole thing, it's not transparent. You're trying something different, or you tried something different. There might have been other things going on. There may have been some obstacles to this, whatever the connection is of it kind of panning out. But with the Queen of Wands sat here and the Hierophant here, like, that's very strong. That's very strong. She knows what she wants. She knows how to get. She's confident. She's sexy. She's vibrant. She's very attractive. She can manifest. She knows how to think on her feet. Passionate woman or man, whatever. It's general. But then this is commitment here coming in. Commitment, but you decide what you commit to. I love it, Aries. Absolutely love it.
And it's conjunct Pluto, which means it's going to be lighting up all of that deep, dark stuff that I've been talking about, and every astrologer, I'm sure, is talking about. And this is our chance to release it and to let it go. And this Sagittarius moon is just the light and the hope and the optimism that we need to get us through this time and to see what we want. What do we want for our future? So we've been having to face a lot of this stuff lately, a lot of that deep stuff and the dark stuff that's coming up to the surface, so it can be released. And it will be released on this lunar eclipse. This is a huge release for all of us, especially if you have any planets in the cardinal signs, in Capricorn or Cancer or Aries or Libra. You guys are really feeling this, especially this big shift and letting go of the structures that no longer serve us, and also this idea of what we should be in the world and how it should look. We are letting go of that. We're letting go of this exterior affirmations that we need. We are going more in the interior, moving towards Cancer, towards nurturing, towards finding that home within, that mother within, and self-care and nurturing and caring for those emotions, and not caring for what it looks like or how it's showing up in the Capricorn 3D world. We are letting go of that with this Capricorn moon, letting go of these limits and blocks as well. So it's going to be breakthroughs. It's definitely a tower lunar eclipse where the tower is crumbling and making room, big room, because it's an eclipse, for something brand new to come in its place. And because we're eliminating structures, we get new structures, we get new containers. So this day, this Sagittarius moon leading up to that is all about envisioning the future that you want. Envisioning and seeing it in your mind and talking about it and taking action towards it, taking steps towards this vision of what makes you happy and what makes you feel light and what lights your fire, what lights the spark inside, and what you know is true. We find our own truth. Today and tomorrow we connect to our inner wisdom and our inner guru and that guide within that knows the truth.